The Jets advance to the next round as we say so long, everybody. Jets advance to the next round as we
season. Not a whole lot to hang their head about.
Not at all. And, you know, the winning side, they're so ecstatic. They're going to the Super Bowl. But for the guys that we're talking about, they've got to figure out how it's going to go next year. Are they going to be motivated by this loss? Or will this loss linger and really make them, make it tough for them to come out of the gate strong next year? Only time will tell. But they've got to find a way to use this loss and use it as motivation.
The Jets advance to the next round. So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship, and do you think that the feel good to hold?
Oh, it's got to feel great for them. And remember, Lamar Hunt helped create the American Football League. which became, of course, in most part, the American Football Conference. And he's the one who gave us the name Super Bowl.
Madden Football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Jets and the Eagles, and it's coming up next.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here, as it'll be the AFC champion New York Jets taking on the NFC champions, the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they interplay here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that 2nd win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jets, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
It's finally time for the main event here in 2025. Away we go. It's Super Bowl 59. On the return, it's Taylor from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick back in 2015 out of Florida State, Jameis Winston.
As we begin the Super Bowl, we're looking at one of the game's most important players. And whether he's the centerpiece of the offense or taking a backseat to his teammates, offenses always look to the quarterback to be a leader in moments like this. He's got to be that calm, composed pillar out there who stays level-headed and keeps everyone focused on the task at hand.
And Sanders has got it complete. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down. From the gun, Winston. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 11 now. Winston. And this one complete to Smith. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 41-yard line. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Jameis to throw it. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Here now It's 2nd and 10, again from the 41. To throw, Winston. Towards the end zone for Brown. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The 7th play now, this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. They'll throw again. Winston. Well, the corner gets a hand on it, but he still makes the play. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 19. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
Well, just say thank you, Mr. QB. That ball gets tipped in the air, and they come out with a 1st down.
You said it before, sometimes better to be lucky than good.
Yeah, but what you have to do as a defender, that ball's in the air, you've got to go up and get it, and at worst, knock it to the ground.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, Winston. Got him in, it's Brown. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. To throw again on 2nd down, Winston. This will be caught once again by Brown. And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
A chance for the first points of this Super Bowl. It's 1st and goal. Sanders will take this one in for an Eagles touchdown. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you hit them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
It becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive, and it was Miles Sanders who finished it off with a touchdown run. Taken in at the 3. Oh, good-looking return set up here. He's at the 40, the 20. He will score. Touchdown, Jets. Well, there you go. They gave up a score to start the game, and as quick as they could get it back, they did on the return.
And people talk about this all the time, whether you're coaching it, whether you're trying to work on it, whether you're just trying to put in the minds of your players. Attack back as fast as you can after giving up a score. No quicker way than on a kick return.
Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. Well, we talk a lot about explosive plays on offense. How about an explosive play on special teams? Certainly one there on the kick return for a touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the ball.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His 2nd catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a 1st down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Play fake. Winston. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape.
it didn't exist.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Escaping the pressure right. That's a loss of 8 yards there to bring up 3rd. These two teams all tied after one. And we are back and ready to go for the 2nd quarter of the Super Bowl. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis, as always, thrilled to be with you. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. And he finds Montgomery complete. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice game. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. This is fielded at the 27. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They're led out by Aaron Rodgers, who won Super Bowl 45 right here in this very stadium.
And in fine fashion, too. The MVP, what did he throw for? Over 300 yards, 3 touchdowns?
3 touchdowns.
Boy, he had a big day, and they needed every bit of that in beating Pittsburgh for another championship for the Green Bay Packers. But when you watch him play, how much fun is it to see him go out there, dissect defenses with not just his arm but his mind? And I think his ability to move is a huge part of his game.
From the 38, Rodgers. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. This Super Bowl, of course, just a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude. And you know, I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his mind right now? But maybe the better question, CD, what do you think are the pitfalls of being a first-time head coach in this game?
Well, you know it's something that he thought about, Brandon, and he had to. And he was thinking about it long before he got to this stage. As the season progressed and he saw that his team was good, if he was smart, he started to make plans right then and there. Reach out to other coaches who've been there before. Find out how they handle winning, losing, handling all the ticket situations, travel, practice, all those things. And then trust your gut, make your best decision, and put it all out there and give your team the best chance to win.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. To throw is Rodgers. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. That'll be complete to Allen Lazard. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 20-yard line. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. Charles, to move the chains that time, they had to complete it into double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he sure made it look simple. Found the right spot to exploit and won his one-on-2 matchup.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Rodgers to throw once more. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there, getting him to first.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback, and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a first down.
They'll run with Hall. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal. Rodgers tapping this forward on the jet sweep. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Alan Lazard. Fine work there on the touchdown run. And the Jets have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it ends with a Jet touchdown. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. Taken at the goal line. But ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. And out now come the Eagles. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
We have reached the 2-minute warning. In fact, just under 2 minutes to play in the opening half of this year's Super Bowl. On 1st and 10, Winston. It's complete to Hopkins. Now Jameis trying to hurry his crew to the line. 2nd and 5. It's caught on the right side at Smith. 7 yards there and a first down. The Eagles hustling to the line, clock rolling. The throw over the middle, taken in. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The end result, 21 yards.
Brandon, what's even more impressive is that kick gets double covered. He gashed them with that reception, even with the extra focus that he drew from the defense.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. To the air again with Winston. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the headlinesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Throwing, Winston. He's going to drop this down to Sanders, and he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
We can make this one pretty simple. Blocked all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked it down to force a 4th down?
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good, and this will stay at a 7-point game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. A final shot before half for Rodgers. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
Defense.
So that PI call will give him one more play.
And it'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one, unless there's another defensive penalty.
And this one is right through. And that will do it for this first half. So it's halftime here on sports' grandest stage in the Super Bowl. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been.
Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. On now to a look at the next-gen stats for the Jets in that first half. And there were a few factors as to why they built this good size advantage, but the rushing numbers were not all that amazing. We'll see if they can pick it up in the second half. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. And the Jets head out on offense here to start this third quarter. And I would imagine this is where you have to take stock of the situation, CD, and say, gosh, we're halfway to the Lombardi Trophy. Let's not slow down now.
And I like the way you went there. Let's not slow down now, because the first half certainly went their way. And I would expect them to continue with that type of a game plan. But you're right. You do think back to Super Bowl 54. 49ers had a double-digit lead in the fourth quarter, couldn't hold on. So plenty can still happen.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Rodgers going to throw. They'll roll him out right. This one to the sideline. He's got it. A nice job to keep the feet in, but he is a bit short here of a first down. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. Winston. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Winston. And he wisely will throw that one away. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Winston now. Looking for Hopkins, and he's got him on the crossing route. And he's going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Winston now to throw on 1st down. Going deep for Montgomery. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And the Jets are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
The New York set to take the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help.
And it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the Eagles will take over possession here up at the 44. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one, because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this one complete to Smith. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Throwing again on 2nd down. Winston. Quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. They tried to throw on 2nd down. Unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
Well, it's tough time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Right back to Sanders on 1st down. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Winston. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Send out their punter now. They'll boot it away from about his 35. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, the goal is not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
I like the call on 3rd and 2. They were geared up to stop the run. I like the fact they just hit him quick. Little slant route. All about timing there, partner.
Yeah, the timing, everything well executed. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Rodgers tapping this forward on the jet sweep. Three quarters gone by. Don't leave your seats now, folks. The 4th and final quarter of the Super Bowl is up next. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And there's just one quarter that remains in this edition of the biggest game of the year, the Super Bowl, as we get set for the 4th quarter. And he finds Corey Davis. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And again, it's Rodgers. Wilson's got it complete. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production, but how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. And this one dropped in the end zone. Oh, looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And the lead will hold at 10. Now, Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. They start on the ground here at Sanders. They'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Working out of the gun, Winston. He finds Hopkins complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off, and the Jets are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Hall to start the drive. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. Hall again on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down just shy of 45. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Here's the Jets punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Now Winston. Over the middle, complete. That's Smith. And a healthy gain of 8 here. They double their workspace out to the 16. Into the hands of Sanders. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. Winston to throw. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. And that's complete to Brown. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Winston. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up fourth down. Desperation time. Winston on fourth down. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on fourth. Here's 1st and 10. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. First down now, but that clock rolling. Here's Winston. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Montgomery. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. He's going to look deep, end zone for Hopkins. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. Jameis again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. One last shot now for Winston. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Zerline good with a PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So with just a few ticks left, they need a miracle. And now the Jets are going to get this one, and that might be all she wrote. And the New York Jets have won the Super Bowl. And the Lombardi Trophy will be in the Big Apple. And to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. It actually gave me chills just to hear you say that, because immortality forever and ever. When you look in the record books, you'll see this team, you'll see their picture, that your name will be a part of it. That's got to be an incredible feeling, because it's been a long journey to get there, and now they get a chance to enjoy it.